overall, I was really, really happy with the bite and the passion that the group played with. I thought the mentality was there from start to finish. Some really, really good moments, but we needed to be better in the final third, and we talked about that after the game. We also talked about it at halftime. We missed our final pass wasn't where it needed to be, and not at the standard that we have. So that was a little bit frustrating. And then to concede the way that we do when it's completely unnecessary. Look, we should be playing forward in that moment. We shouldn't be going back to Demo. Obviously, it's a mistake that leads to the goal. But I didn't feel that we deserved to lose the game. And when you look at the mentality from the group to make sure they keep pushing, the guys that came in, I thought did an excellent job. We put Josh up top, so that he could do what he does best, which is win those individual duels. And I thought he did an excellent job when he came in. And we get rewarded by T because we're flooding the box with delivery. So I still feel we dropped points tonight, but it is good for the group to be able to go through the adversity of being down a goal and understanding that whether there's 30 seconds left or 15 minutes left, we keep pushing to look to tie it. With regard to next week, we're going to push the guys. We're going to take the week to improve in the final third. We're going to take the week to make sure we're improving from a fitness component. So it's not going to be a week where we step away and aren't working. It's a week for me where I think it's important that we continue to push to get better, hopefully get some guys healthy, and look to go again.
What do you think it says about your group or just the culture around the club that you can be 5 games into a season, you can be unbeaten, you can go out to Sacramento and get a draw and kind of say we need to get a lot better and we need to spend a week doing that?
Yeah, I think we talked about it after it was either Loudon or Detroit. I can't remember, but that's I think the beauty of the group that we have. We had won a game whichever week that was, and the demeanor in the locker room was we need to be better. And today it was, look, we dropped points. At the same time, acknowledging that if we have that mentality, we're going to put ourselves in a position to win games. So it's what I love about the group. It's what I love about our staff. We have high expectations of one another, and ultimately, I think that's why this culture is so strong.
You mentioned the Josh Jones substitution, playing him up top there. Can you take us through what you saw on the goal? I don't know if you've been able to look at it on video, but it looked like he was involved. It ends up going over to Amadou. I'm not sure even Amadou knew if he was heading the ball in. I mean, what is a kind of a wacky sequence there?
Yeah, we knew with the way that they were playing there late that we wanted to put a big body up front in order to really create chaos and try to deal with winning the initial ball and then putting players in a position to win the second ball. When you look at the goal in particular, he actually does a great job to hold the ball up, combine, and then the ball, play the ball out wide to Manny. Manny comes back, I think, to Niall, and Niall plays a great ball to the back post. And ultimately, we wanted to make sure that we got a lot of numbers in the box and we forced them to have to defend the box with delivery. And it's certainly a freak goal, but it doesn't happen if you're not suffocating the opponent and forcing them to defend the box. So I think it's, again, I certainly believe we deserved at least a point with the way that we performed tonight. And I'm the first when it's not at the level that it needs to be to say that to the group and say that to you. So I'm just unhappy with the way that we conceded. I thought it was completely unnecessary, and you certainly don't want to be doing that here on the road.
But you did feel like the overall performance. I mean, you leave it saying that's a game we could have won, we should have won, and
Yeah, I thought we were solid tonight. I thought defensively we were fantastic as a group. I don't think we conceded big chances. I think the data is going to support that for sure. And the effort and the energy to press and go and battle for second balls. And the other thing I would point out is, Evan Davila, we take a bad injury last week. We put him in a position where he hasn't trained there a ton, although he's played some games in preseason in that position. And I thought he was fantastic tonight for us. And I think he deserves a lot of credit because it's not easy to do that as a player. Certainly not easy to get your first start here at Sacramento on the road. And I'm really, really proud of how he performed along with some other guys. But the scenario that he was put in. It takes a lot to perform at the level that he did, and I thought he deserves credit.
Is that the plan moving forward? Does that kind of remain to be seen of this time that Zach Duncan may be out? Who's going to kind of fill that role?
No, you have Kevon Lambert, Kev Lambert, you have Evan, you have Carlos, you have Niall, you have options, and ultimately it'll be about how they perform in training, and they'll compete just like the rest of the group does, and we'll put a team on the field that we think gives us the best chance to win that week.